this video, we're going to be talking about beam-forming and the differences it has made with the 5G network. 5G comes with three bands: the high band, the mid band, and the low band. Today we're going to be talking about the high band with frequencies between 24 and 40 gigahertz because the speeds are highest here, up to 10 gigabits per second. But the problem with this particular frequency range is that it doesn't extend very far. The range is very short, approximately 300 meters or 984 feet. So this is the range that we're going to be referring to when we talk about beam-forming today. Now this is an example of a base station. In this base station we have 4 MIMO antennas erected. And these MIMO antennas are half a wavelength apart, and they're transmitting to this phone that's within the cell. And the maximum data rate this phone could get is 10 gigabits per second because it's using 5G's highest frequency range. So the data rate is very high, but the distance of transmission is very low because these high data rates got millimeter waves, which is very short waves. The distance of transmission is only 300 meters or 984 feet. Service providers want to get this range further, but it's a very challenging issue. So they're currently using beam-forming to expand this range. What beam-forming is, just think of the fact that each antenna traditionally broadcasts just the way this broadcast is happening right now. All of these rings here represents these antennas broadcasting in a 360-degree pattern around the base station. But think about this, they're only trying to broadcast to this phone. Why are they broadcasting all the way up here? They're wasting signal, they're wasting energy that could be better served broadcasting directly to the phone. But we didn't have this technology years ago. Today what we do is we're able to change the phase on each one of these antennas in order to eliminate all of this radiated signal around the antenna and channel it in one direction towards the phone. And all of these signals will be bonded together in a beam. And that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. I went ahead and set this antenna up just the way it would be set up at the base station. Okay, so now we have the very first antenna, which is A1. This is at 0 degrees and it's mounted on the horizontal plane. What this is, just think of this as 0, like a circle. 0 goes around to 90 degrees, 180, 270, 360, a total circle. Okay, just think of it that way. But everything is mounted right on this pole, so everything above 0 would be up here. A2 is 90 degrees, so it would be above here on the pole. Okay, now A3 is 180 degrees, it would be mounted below the 0. And A4, which is 270 degrees, which is mounted below because they're on the negative side, right? And everything positive is on the upper side. Okay, so everything positive on top and negative is at the bottom. And you'll also notice that this antenna here is horizontal and everything else is vertical. That's the way it is always going to be. This antenna, the first one, is always mounted horizontally, and this is always 0. It never changes. These other ones will change depending on the position of this phone here. When this phone changes position, these would change because these are the phases that were assigned by the base stations to the antenna. And this is all done electronically. Nothing is physically moved. Everything is done electronically. So the base station would change the phase on all of these antennas electronically as the phone moves. So we're going to be talking more about that now. Now you'll notice under here I have a graph, and the one in red here represents A1, and it starts at 0 degrees and it goes right to the 360 degrees. Now A2 starts at 90 degrees because it's 90 degrees out of phase. See, A2 is 90 degrees. It starts at 90 degrees out of phase. And A3 starts at 180 degrees out of phase. So it starts right here at 180 degrees and it goes right through the 360 as well. And A4, the purple one here, starts at 270 degrees and it goes right through to 360. Now, so all of these are 90 degrees out of phase. Now this phone is positioned at 30 degrees. So these are the phases for each one of the antennas. Now this phone should move to a different location. The phase for each one of the antennas will be different. So this phase would be automatically changed by the base station in order to point this beam in the direction of the phone every time the phone moves. As the phone's location change, the transmission phase for each antenna would change. And here it changes again as the location changes one more time. Hello, this is Trevor from Telecom Training. I hope this video has been helpful to you, and if it has been helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.